What is up guys, Bijuu Mike here. Today we are back reacting to minute videos. You guys may be familiar with my reaction videos, okay? It's the opportunity for me to become Dr. Bijuu, alright? If you've ever seen any of my story booth videos, and I have actually done one reaction video of minute videos before, but just in case you don't know who they are. They make story videos that are animated, and you may have seen channels very similar to this, such as Story Booth and Actually Happen. Yeah, we've done a lot of Story Booth, but I thought, okay, let's practice some more minute videos, okay? A lot of you guys did suggest minute videos as well. I'll be sure to link them down below, check them out, subscribe if you like their videos, and let's do this. Yeah, minute videos, they seem to be on more of the serious side sometimes. It's kind of mixed. The first one we're gonna be reacting to is my first boyfriend emotionally abused me. Now, I have been a boyfriend before, so I may be able to speak on this.
I was emotionally abused with the first guy I ever liked. I was always an outgoing person, trying to help my friends and was someone you could trust. Some people might have called me a pushover or vulnerable, but I saw it as a strength of my personality. I never thought anyone would take advantage of it until he showed up. Let's call him Jake.
Screw you, Jake. I already hate you. No offense if your name's Jake, okay? Yeah, I imagine the stuff like this happens to the best of us, I guess. Like, you always think that you're so tough and that you have everything together, but everyone's got their vulnerabilities, you know what I mean?
Jake was the new kid in school, and my friends were telling me that he liked me. I didn't know anything about him except that he was the class clown, and truthfully, I didn't even notice him. But soon, he and I became the subject of almost every conversation in the school halls. Everyone thought we'd be the perfect couple because he was funny and charming, and I was outgoing and friendly. They tried to get us to speak to each other, but after a semester of rumors and constant, "Why don't you like him?" and "When are you going to date him?" passed, my friends told me I missed my chance because he liked another girl, Emily.
Uh-oh. Got a love triangle here. Well, the title's a little bit of a spoiler alert. My first boyfriend, okay? It's not even about him at all. It's just this random guy in the background, this guy right here.
Instead of being sad, I was relieved at the news, but also kind of disappointed that his feelings changed so fast. One day in the class group chat, he wrote a long paragraph about all his problems and his sad feelings. It was a bit dramatic, but it was enough to worry me. Even though he liked another girl, I wanted to reach out and help him.
What did he do? He wrote a paper on his feelings? Did I hear that right?
One day in the class group chat, he wrote a long paragraph about all his problems.
The class group chats. Is that really a thing these days? Because I would have never known about that. When I was in class, we had cell phones. They were all horrible, okay? If you had an iPhone, you were rich, okay? Now everyone has iPhones these days. Or maybe I just wasn't the popular one because no one wanted to put me in the group chat. Can I please be a part of your group chat, please? No? Okay.
Even though he liked another girl, I wanted to reach out and help him.
So she was a little sympathetic, but she doesn't even seem to like him that much.
It didn't take long, but after that day, we connected instantly and opened up to each other about our lives, our friends, family, and random things throughout our days. We'd speak for hours and for days, eventually being more than just friends. Everything was so natural that I started to develop strong feelings for him. I found this weird because we still had never spoken to each other in real life. All of our conversations were online.
I think it's a mistake. I think it's actually a mistake to only talk to people through text messages, emails, or anything like that, because we all know, and I'm sure you know this, people tend to act completely different from their actual selves when they're texting. Like, when they're texting, they're so outgoing and crazy. I'm sorry. Basically, we feel it's so easy to, like, pretend like we're a certain person on text messaging, but, you know, when you meet them in real life, it's really awkward and shy. You don't know what to say. Why is it that it's so easy to text people with all these crazy things? Like, we will say LOL, ha 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 ha. We're not really laughing. No one really laughs. That's why all those role players out there exist, okay? So the fact that she talked about not seeing him in real life or talking to him in real life, it's bad news. She's even writing his name in the book. Oh my god.
All of our conversations were online, and maybe that made it easier, but I felt a very special bond between us, or so I thought.
Or so, there it is. Or so I thought. I understand sometimes that online relationships are the only thing that you could possibly do, or, you know, you have a long distance relationship. There's nothing wrong with that, but actually talk on a phone over Discord, Skype, smoke signal them, but don't just text them. It somehow smoke signals better.
Maybe even loved. There was no hiding
even
it.
Loved.
And
we don't
for
know.
some time, he was very sweet to me, very patient, understanding,
Okay, so they did hang out.
a gentleman, and he knew this.
It's just, I'm sorry. I have to point this out. He looks like Tarzan. Like he just slid down. You already know he just slid down this tree over here and started talking to her.
He knew he had me hooked, and that's how he knew that
look
he
at
could
those
take
eyebrows.
advantage of me.
That's not a good sign,
After
girl.
6 months, I became his emotional punching bag with every problem and frustration he had falling on me. At first, I argued back. Then, I apologized just to end the fights. Apologizing for my actions, my attitude, my feelings. I didn't even know what I was doing wrong. But he made me feel so guilty, I had no choice but to say sorry and hope things would be better by the next day.
That
sucks. Was my biggest mistake. Because I began believing things were really my fault. And it made me feel like a horrible person. Like I was the one causing his problems.
Yeah. Okay, I'm very sympathetic, right? Yeah. Honestly, though, yeah, I think we all have to overcome that. And it's something that it's like an inner struggle for every single person. And I think it's like growing up, you know, you have to learn that you can't blame your problems on other people. And also you can't take responsibility for other people as well. It's bad to say that someone else's problems are your fault or something like that. There's some people out there that even though they've done nothing wrong, they'll look at, you know, maybe their significant other or someone else in their life and, you know, it has nothing to do with them. But all of a sudden, that person's problems are now your fault through these mental gymnastics. Like, how does that work? You shouldn't take responsibility for things that you have no part of, right? Like, and you also shouldn't take things out on people. Just spend time working on yourself, all right? And know that if someone else is gonna be mean to you, then that's on them and not me. It's coming from them, it's not me, all right? Remember that. Oh, Jake didn't brush his teeth today. It's my fault.
We would take breaks where we didn't speak with each other for weeks until I apologized. It was incredibly difficult because the more we'd
what
fight
did you say?
and
Until
the more
he
he'd blame me.
apologized? Girl, okay? Right off the bat, I feel like she's kind of like insecure about herself. She doesn't want to be alone. So she can't see that it's not her fault. Obviously, probably her speaking this now, assuming this is her speaking it, I don't really know. She realizes it now, but people tend to not realize it, right? She should not be saying sorry for things like that.
The harder I tried to make things right, it was the opposite of what anyone should do. I liked him so much that I accepted his verbal words, his aggressive tones, and him yelling at me. It made me apologize more and want to help him.
You tell Tarzan to go slide down another
and
tree.
change who I was to fit the person he wanted. I became so distracted by the bond we had formed, I didn't see the problems that also plagued our relationship. He consumed my life so much that every day my grades started to fall. I became distant and my friends were turned against me. My family has pushed away because they did not understand or approve of my relationship with him. Fights between me and my family became common,
yeah, this is
but
why
I never
stay in
listened because they didn't know him as I did.
Yeah, this is why people stay in abusive relationships, because it's all they know, and you know, they say that, oh, I really like this person, but no, it's all about the insecurities you have in yourself. You don't really like them, right? You just like, I don't know, you just like this idea of them or something. It sounds cliche and weird, but like, it's true.
But I never listened because they didn't know him as I did. Jake became all I had left. I made excuses for him in our relationship by thinking, maybe this is how relationships are supposed to be, or he will change.
Yeah, and that too is like when you don't have other examples of good relationships
in
your life, you don't know what
time
it's supposed to
until
be
I
like.
snapped out of it. For whatever reason, when he accused me of not caring about our relationship, I couldn't take it anymore. At that moment, I realized it wasn't me.
She snapped on
I had given as much as I could towards the relationship, but it was never good enough. I cried and cried and realized
she's like tired.
He never really made me happy. Sadness, guilt.
And it's so messed up that he never even apologized either, or like admitted that it's his fault.
Or appreciation was never one of them. I knew if I didn't
she gave him the...
He'd continue to emotionally abuse me, and I'd lose who I was. I found out that he was with other girls at the same time he was with me.
Of course.
He was doing the same things to them.
Of course, Tarzan. I thought you were the good one.
Controlling, and guilting them. I was sad because I thought what we had was special, but it quickly turned into anger knowing he made all those other girls go through the same thing as me. I don't regret going through this experience because it has helped me grow, but I do regret that there are other people like this out there. I still think about him even though it hurts. For some reason, these type of people leave an everlasting mark on you. I learned a lot from Jake, but most of all, I know now that emotional abuse can happen to anyone.
Oh wait, she's pointing at me. It's true, I'm in a emotionally abusive relationship with Clarence, except I'm the abuser. Yeah, but it's his fault. He makes me hit him. I gotta include comedy somehow in these, okay? It's too serious. What do they always say in those K-pop songs that I hear about? Love yourself. If you love yourself and you love who you are and you work on yourself, building yourself up, you can't fall prey to things like this. You gotta know that you're worth something, right? And so when someone treats you like crap, you don't say it's my fault. You say, no, look here, piece of crap. Stupid Tarzan, monkey looking, sliding down trees, toga wearing, vine slinging, big eyebrows having, idiot. The door's right over there, mister. Say these exact words, alright?
And more importantly, care about me the way I care about them. It's easy to judge from the outside, but when you're not in a relationship like I was, it surrounds and consumes you without even knowing it.
Exactly. These things, they happen, alright? Anyway, moving on. That was pretty cool. I mean, there's literally, the crazy thing about it is there's thousands of people watching this video right now, which is still mind-blowing, right? If you're in a relationship like this, like, understand, like, take a step back and think about it. Maybe I'm in a relationship that's not the best, or maybe I'm in an abusive relationship in one way or another. Like, stand up for yourself, okay? But if you have a great relationship, then good for you. I'm glad. What do you guys know? That's it! I'm standing up for myself, and your boyfriend or a girlfriend is like totally fine. They're all the nicest person in the world. That Bijuu Mike sure told me to break up with you, alright? Tell you to go swing on another vine. He's like, I'm so confused. Since we're on the topic of relationships, the next one we're gonna be reacting to is My Husband Has a Mistress, because let's face it, you know, everything can't go good. I'm not just gonna react to an animation that's called My Life is Great, and I'm just gonna stare. No one cares about that. We care about the problems, which is kind of like messed up if you think about it. We can't just react to something wholesome, right? But nonetheless, let's venture on, all right? Besides, we love to hate cheaters, don't we? I know I do. I'm the best person for this. Oh, Wendy says, I finally have a boyfriend.
Hey May, free to chat? Sure, what's up? How are things between you and Tom lately? Things are steady. Right now, Tom is working quite hard because Tina's about to start school. You better be sitting down for this. I saw a picture of Tom with some other chick and screenshot to send you.
Oh no. This is literally how it happens though. I've heard stories like this.
The second I saw that image, it was as if someone slapped me in the face. At first, I thought there must be some kind of misunderstanding, but after stalking her Facebook page, it was pretty clear that it wasn't a misunderstanding. All of his declarations of love over time came flooding into my mind, one after the next. He told me on our wedding day that he would only love me. He even promised my parents to take care of me until the day he dies. How could he do this to me? I got a grip on myself and thought hard about what to do next.
Yeah, what do you do? So they're already married, which is what makes this thing even more crazy, alright? When you get married, it's supposed to be life-bound. Like, you're supposed to pretend like divorce doesn't even exist. That's what marriage is supposed to be. But I feel like now, especially in the times that we live in, maybe a long time ago, marriage was more sacred like that, but I just feel like it's probably not like it used to be. Not that there's not people out there that take, you know, that kind of stance and that are actually serious about that. Like, those people, I'm sure, they're out there, okay? Well, I mean, I'm married, okay? So, I consider myself one of them. But hypothetically, if I were to get cheated on and I found out the way this girl did, I don't think I could stay. I don't think I could. But even though that's what marriage actually means, that you should stay. It's through sickness and health, through, what do they say? Oh, God, I literally said this before. I don't even remember it. Through thick and thin, like, you're supposed to stay there no matter what. So, like, I feel like no one takes marriage that seriously.
Get in touch with the other woman or wait to talk to him? I decided I'd wait to talk to him.
Yeah,
when I had the chance, I asked him about the infidelity in a suggestive way.
Look
but
at
that
put his
turned
arms
into
out.
a full-blown argument. He accused me of not trusting him.
What's there to argue about? Hey, I caught you cheating on me. What the heck? Nah, the pictures were totally real. That was definitely you. What do you mean?
That turned into a full-blown argument. He accused me of not trusting him, saying he works so hard and can't believe he has to come home to this nonsense.
I gotta come home to you catching me cheating on you? Wow, this is so unfortunate. This really sucks. Shucks, this sucks.
He accused me of not trusting him, saying he works so hard and can't believe he has to come home to this nonsense.
Well, you should not trust him.
What about me? I also work hard to share the load and responsibility.
They have a baby!
I take care of our daughter Tina. I look after the house. Whatever I can do, I do because I want our family unit to work.
They got a big baby. Oh my god. Sorry, I don't know. I just got a little worried there. Just took me by surprise. Like, I just feel like, okay, that's not important. I'm getting off topic. It just makes it 10 million times worse, the fact that they have kids, okay? I mean, if you're not gonna take that commitment of like marriage that seriously, at least like just be honest. I never understood why people cheat in the first place. Just say that I don't want to be with them. That's what you're gonna end up doing eventually, so why should you have to go behind someone's back? You should at least just get it over with and say, I don't want to be with you anymore, leave, and then you won't have to cheat. At least you'll have some dignity left, just a little bit, at least.
In the end, I decided to get in touch with the other woman, hoping that she would leave him alone if she knew that he was already married.
Oh, this isn't
but
gonna
her
work.
reply was like another slap in the face. She said, I already knew he was married, but I didn't care. I love him and I make him happy. I can accept the situation. You're already his wife. What more do you want? Just accept it.
Wait, what did this broad just say? Oh, I already knew he was married, but I don't care. I love him and I make him happy. How could a person be okay knowing that the other person's married? It doesn't make any sense. What is this world we live in? This isn't freaking school days, all right? Half of you don't even know what the heck I'm talking about, but okay? But you can't have a bunch of wives. Okay, that just doesn't work. This isn't some anime.
Wait, what's going on? How can having a fling be considered as okay?
Yeah, it's not.
How can having a mistress be totally normal? I just want to be a part of a family with only one husband and one wife. Does that make me selfish?
That's what she signed up for.
I really have no clue what to do anymore. I know my decision will have an impact on our daughter. I want her to have a loving family and I don't want her to lose her father. I don't want her to be hurt.
That's why you don't freaking have kids unless you know. The situations are always different, right? So I mean, maybe he was great. Maybe he's been great. I mean, he showed no signs of cheating, no signs that he didn't want to be with her. So they had a kid, which is normal. Of course, this is when you decide to cheat. It's like people are just they just have to screw up their lives. And people that have the guts to stay, even know the other person cheated on them, like it's hard to say whether that's the good thing or the bad thing. Like on one hand, it's like commendable that you would do that, but on the other, it's like, why would you do that? You know, so I don't know what to think.
But if I stay and put up with it just for our daughter, she'll have a family where her dad doesn't love her mom. Is that really better for her?
Yeah, see? Oh, that's the
So I texted my husband to say I needed to speak with him and told him that if he doesn't show up, I'd take that to be his decision. After we had our argument yesterday, he disappeared and didn't come home to sleep. It's obvious where he spent the night.
Oh.
Before this, when he would
Wow.
tell me that he was
Holy
busy
crap.
and that he would be out a lot, I didn't suspect anything because I trusted him. I believed him. I'm going to sleep over at friends. I'm going to a conference. My battery died. I didn't have signal. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, so those are all the
I sat
excuses
and waited
he
for
used
him,
before.
really not sure whether he would turn up. But he did. And not just that, but he asked me if things could go back to the way they were.
Oh.
He said that he would respect me as his wife and take care of me and our daughter. But then he added that there may be some days where he goes to see her. He told me
This guy's a comedian. He's a little bit of a comedian there. We're married. I understand this chair, but some days I'm just gonna go see the other chair. Is that okay? Oh God, no, it's not okay. What has this turned into? I wish this guy would drop dead. Look at, she's crying over here.
he still loves me and that it was perfectly normal in this day and age to have many homes.
No,
I
it's
couldn't
not.
listen to
No,
his
it's not. No, it's not.
selfishness a second longer and told him to shut up. I made my decision right there and then.
Yeah,
After all, the
go,
day we
girl.
exchanged vows,
Spill
I was
the
to be
tea.
his wife. His
Spill
only
the tea
wife.
in his
There was
eyeballs. The hot boiling tea. Sorry.
Oh, the day we exchanged vows, I was to be his wife, his only wife. There was no talk of wife and mistress or any other arrangement.
That's just
Sometime
funny.
after
I
he
mean,
left, I
the
got a
fact that
message
he
on
said
Facebook.
that.
I opened the message and it said, "Thank you for letting him go. He told me so long ago already that he was bored with you, but he only put up with you to not lose face, even though you were such a boring wife."
Just way to rub salt in the wounds. You look like a cyclops. You have no position to be talking right now, girl. This is horrible, man.
After I saw her message, I was thinking about what to do next. But
Thinking
then my
about
husband
burying
came back
her.
to apologize again. But this time he told me he would end things with her. So I
Oh.
told him to call her right there in front of me. When he did,
How are
I
you
heard
still
that
putting
other
up with
woman
this?
crying, pleading that he can love whoever he wanted, but just don't leave her.
My God.
I
how
cut her off and
pathetic.
told her, Pull yourself together and grow up. You'll still have so many opportunities to meet someone. Why are you so hung up on a guy who's already married? Her reply left me speechless. She said, I'm okay with it. So I told her, it doesn't matter what you think because I'm not okay with it. My husband chose me and our daughter over you, so leave us alone. I'm really happy these days. I have a warm, loving family together with Tina and my parents. As for my husband, well, ex-husband, I divorced him about 2 months after that incident. He asked me why
Whoa. Say this
okay with
again.
it. I'm really happy these days. I have a warm, loving family.
I knew something was off about this picture. It's not the same person.
Together with Tina and my parents. As for my husband, well, ex-husband, I divorced him about 2 months after that incident.
It's okay, as far as I'm concerned, 2 months too late. There shouldn't have been, in my opinion, there should have never been a debate. It should have been automatic.
He asked me why I'm still leaving him when I forgave him, but even though I can honestly say with my whole heart that I forgave him and don't hold any grudges,
Good for
I just
you.
couldn't forget it.
Yeah, forgive
Actually,
and forget.
I knew I wouldn't forget
Right?
something like this the day I took him back, but I wanted to teach them both a lesson. Now you might be thinking, she's so mean, but you don't understand. I feel like I'm broken. The pain, the doubt, it never goes away. I told him I still loved him more than anything, that I wouldn't keep him apart from our daughter who he can see whenever he wants, but I wanted to end things on good terms now rather than hating each other down the line.
See, at least you can make a good decision.
I wouldn't be angry if he met someone else he loved who loved him too, but that he should not do what he did to me to someone else.
Yeah.
Some people learn from their mistakes, but some people really just don't get it and somehow get away with things. Each person has a choice, and I've chosen for it to be this way.
It's so fascinating that there's people out there that don't understand what the norm is. Like, and I know that you shouldn't always be part of the norm, but to have a side chick and then pretend that your wife's gonna be cool with that, and you know what? Some people out there are cool with that. I don't understand how that's even possible. It's just, I feel like you're delusional at that point, but that's just my opinion. You do you, but that's my opinion. I don't see anything healthy coming out of it, alright? And okay, whatever. But you know, it's not the kind of question I feel like you should ask. It's like, hey, you know, in the case that we get married, are you gonna have a side chick and pretend that it's okay? Like, no one asks that. I feel like it's, it's in the contract already to say, hey, I'm not gonna cheat on you. And maybe he didn't even view it as cheating. He's like, oh, in this day of age.
I think that with time, our daughter will see that having a father around who doesn't love her mother, a father who won't stop cheating even after I took him back, would be much worse than having a mother who assumes the role of both parents. Things are better this way. I don't care what people say or if they think raising a kid on my own is a failure. Actually, I see it as an achievement. I chose to get myself out of something that made me unhappy. I now make my own happiness, and I can fully be there for my daughter. What I've learned is that you can love whoever you want, as long as no one is getting hurt in the process. Whether it's a person that you love, someone else, or even yourself. And the people who truly love you will never hurt you, physically or emotionally. You shouldn't ever have to compromise your integrity or your pride if they really do love you. So don't ever accept getting hurt in the name of love, and never use love to hurt others.
This is so connected to the last one we reacted to. Guys, it's all about building your self up, alright? You gotta build your self-image up. You gotta build your character, you know, all those words. Love yourself, alright? And be okay with yourself, and have some confidence. And you'll know when you're being treated wrong, and then you can say, that's not okay. I deserve better. I am very sorry, chair. I didn't mean to hurt you, but it's cool if I have this other chair, right? Huh? I still love you, other chair, but this chair is my side chair. You see, I like to touch its cushions. They're so soft. Wait, don't go. No. Oh. Why? What did I do wrong? Can't a man have two chairs? And the answer is no, you cannot. You only have one butt crack. You got two cheeks, but they stay together, alright? On one chair. So remember that, kids. You only got one butt. Keep it that way. Well, guys, I hope you learned here. That was Minute Videos, guys. Don't forget to check them out. Check them out down below, all right? And subscribe if you like their kinds of videos. They make really, really cool, interesting stories. And I'm pretty sure they're all true. I don't know if they say it, but I'm pretty sure they are. And I really enjoyed it, and I'm sorry I went off, okay? I did. I went off. I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It means a lot. Check out my other reaction videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.
Why can't I do to please you, mother? In this last episode, screw you. What can I do to please you, mother? And I think it's in the show. Yeah, dance while you can, cause you won't be dancing very long. What can I do to please you, mother? In this last episode, screw you. I swear, Dan TV has something to do with this. I'm a little bit tilted. I wasn't planning on it.